So we are here once again by my old elementary school, and I said I haven't really spoken regarding grading system here in Slovenia. So basically in elementary and the secondary school you have 1 to 5 grades for the most subjects, which one nezadostno is basically unsatisfactory, and it's the only failing grade. So basically everything below 50%. So the second, so the 2 is satisfactory grade, or zadostno in Slovene. 3 represents dobro or good grade, and then we have number 4 or grade 4, which is prav dobro or very good. Ne, Lizina, moramo tam pridna. And on the top is 5 or odlično, which is exemplary, something like that. So yeah, majority of the subject, yeah, Liza is eating grass because in the morning she hasn't eaten her breakfast, even though she got, canned food plus stew, and she didn't even touch it. Okay, I will let her eat a little bit while we go through the grades. So majority of the subject, you have 1 to 5 grades. And also, each of the, during the year, by each of the subjects, you collect, you gain, you earn different grades. Usually it would be at least 1 written and 1 oral exam per semester, and then based on all the then you get the final grade in the semester, and then you get your final grade for the whole year. My cow, I don't even have a dog at this point. Cow, sheep, goat, something of that. So yeah, and then you get, and based on all the subjects, you get your final grade for the year. Yeah, but some of the subjects do not have 1 to 5 system, but they use different system, and it's basically 3-tier system, and it's intended for subjects as PT, so physical education, then we had music, then we have art, and technical education. I think these 4, these four subject had different grading system, and this was based on 3 grades, which was at the bottom was the less, manus uspešno is less satisfactory, so its Slovenian abbreviation would be MU, so mu. The second grade would be uspešno, which means satisfactory, and the highest grade would be zelo uspešno, or Slovenian abbreviation ZU, so ZU would mean for very satisfactory. So yeah, this and this basically is still in place. This system, so two parallel system, I think they are still in place. But in the beginning of my elementary school, they would also grade your behavior. They had abolished this now, but you had such as like I think in Slovene was primerno vedenje, so basically adequate behavior, not adequate behavior. I think there were just two grades, if you are bad or not bad. But then basically some political groups made it made it possible that this sort of grading of your behavior was undignified or not consistent with your, I don't know with what, human rights or whatever. Basically on the basis that behavior is not something that LizaTheMalamute greva is not supposed to be taught in the school, but your family, of course, which bless me, and it's true. So basically your grade on behavior, of course, reflected then your family, and basically they abolished this. But then when you go to the university, you have 1 to 10 grading system, which 1 through 5 they are basically failing grades, and you basically will not even get I have never actually seen that some of the professor would actually use grades from 1 through 4. They will just read 5, and basically then you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, but basically each professor in the beginning of the year sets his own criteria, what percentage is that you have to have to achieve some grade. Some they will have you have to have exactly 50% of points to get like 6 or 2 in the elementary and secondary school. But some professors you have to have more than 50%, but basically it's like then you have I think for the usually this would result that sometimes for the highest grades, so for 5 or 10, sometimes you will need just more than 90%, but sometimes you will have to have more than 95%. So yeah, it depends. Pridna bodi, lepo majhna zadevca je to. To je čist nova, frišna zadeva. Ja, reč nova kolekcija. Punca, 6 let. No, pridna Lizi, ja. No, ja, sam povohate hoče. Ja. Kakor se ji zazdi. Reč, kakor se ji zazdi. Okay, yeah. So, usually in secondary and elementary school, grading systems are more, regulated. Basically, it's the same for all the teachers, but in university basically professors have the right to set their own criteria. So yeah, that's it regarding grading systems. Did I forget something? No. Oh yeah, and when some subjects in university, so from the undergrad, grad, or postgrad, or let's say we have bachelor's, master's, and PhD levels. Some subjects only have pass, not pass, rating, grading. So yeah, and of course, so basically it was very strange for me in during my PhD study. I had several subjects. I was graded, on the scale, from 1 to 10. But when I got back my, report on the grades, at the end of the year, I realized that all the ratings were changed, to passed, didn't pass. Of course, I passed everything, but I was, very confused. Why they would use, 1 to 10 during, actual exam, but then just converted it, pass, no pass, in at the end stage. So yeah, that was really, let's say, unusual for me. Okay, and basically that's it.